Beyond the rows of souvenirs and hanging seashells lies a true treasure in the Delmarva Peninsula.
What started as a hobby became an obsession, and now it's my career. This is a 10.5-foot long gold chain. And first of all, the reason this chain was so long was because in 1622, the King of Spain taxed anything gold or silver leaving the New World, except for jewelry. So to avoid paying the king's tax, everyone melted their gold down in these long chains and wrapped them around their bodies, claiming them as jewelry. So we did try to cheat the government even in 1622. We had the equivalent value of a 2 escudo gold coin. So gold being very soft, you could literally rip a link off and use it as money to pay for your goods with. So it was kind of a dual-purpose chain of its day. Many years ago, there was an elderly gentleman in this area that was finding these by the thousands on our local beaches. For 2.5 years, he walked along and picked these up, sometimes as plentiful as by the bucketfuls. One day, he brought one of these to us, and he said, "What is this?" And we knew immediately what they were from our research, and I became very excited, and I said, "Where did you get that?" He said, "Oh, I found thousands of them." And I said, "Really? Can I see them?" He said, "Oh, I don't have them." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, they make nice skipping stones." Now, we estimate in 2.5 years, this gentleman picked up and then skipped back somewhere close to $250,000 worth of these. Now, the first thing I did was find out where he skipped them. Pirates with gold doubloons and pieces of 8. This is what a piece of 8 looks like after being encrusted on the bottom of the ocean for 200 to 300 years. This is what Mother Nature has done to those silver coins. Now this is so when we clean this up through the process you're going to see here in the museum called reversed electrolytic reduction, these same coins are going to come out looking like this. Now these were pure platelets of silver that were being made here in the New World and being sent back to Spain. How's it smell? Pretty good. Now normally when we think of rum of that era, we think of kind of that amber or brownish colored rum. I want you to look when I pour a little bit of this into this cup. It's been tested, trust me. The entire thing in your mouth. Okay, now just let it sit. Let it sit and wait for a ice water. Okay, when you get ready, swish around and get a good taste. Okay? Kind of pull your lips back and eat a little bit on your lip, okay? When you're ready, go ahead and swallow. Now, this is rum from a Spanish ship that sank in 1733. But we know from our research that 2 months prior to the sinking of this Spanish fleet, they had overtaken a fleet of Royal Navy or English warships and offloaded their wares. One of the most prized possessions the Spaniards had captured was the Royal Navy ration rum. Now, Royal Navy ration rum was a little different than the grog of its day. And because of our research, we know where they bottled this in England in 1730. And before they bottled this rum, they filled the bottoms of the bottles up to about that level with coconut fiber.